We are listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes Picks Frolic, and we have Statmaster Jay in the house. JD is here today, blessing us with his presence after having a wonderful time in Vegas and
Still here.
still there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Ready
Watching the
for game
games and
4.
all of that. That was how you enjoyed that? Did you?
I did. It was a great atmosphere. One of the crazy things for me is that where I was sitting in the press box was directly below Trip Tracy and Mike Maniscalco, the Hurricanes
Oh,
broadcasters. So I'm getting their play-by-play right in my ear the entire game, and they're always a blast. I had a chance to talk with Mike before the game, but those guys have a lot of fun. And they beat the crap out of you. Like when the tying goal was scored, man, Trip Tracy laid into Maniscalco. He body checks him. I mean, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, and Mike goes, I can take it. I'm a big guy, as you can see, and so yeah, it was a great atmosphere. And then who I hung out with today?
who's that?
Robert Carlson.
Robert. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he came over to Circa. We hung out, played, hit the tables together, got our asses kicked. But I saw him before Game 3, and then he came over to Circa. He hadn't been here before, and we hung out for a couple hours here at Circa on Thursday or Wednesday or Monday, whatever. My God, whatever day it is. Ends in
Yeah.
Y.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
I've been having that today too. Is it Tuesday, Monday?
Yeah.
I thought, was I supposed to do a show last night? I thought that today. I was like, wait, what is the game tomorrow? What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, I know the
mean,
game's
anytime
tomorrow. I
you're
just don't know what day it is.
Anytime you're in Vegas, it's a Saturday, or
Oh my God.
it feels like that
Yeah. It all
from a
melts
party's
into one.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dre, how was your last 2 days that you?
It was good. Just been hanging out, and my son's got car issues, so I've been working on that.
Again.
Yeah, it's still
Oh
leaking.
man.
So
Jeez.
yesterday I fixed the hose, replaced the small hose that I thought was leaking.
You should not talk about a family member like that.
And yeah, I fixed it. And then this
Yeah.
morning my son texts me and says the car is still leaking. So
Oh,
after I get off of this, I'm gonna go check it out. But luckily my wife has been home, so he can just borrow her car
she's
if
just pumping
needed.
out books, right? That's all your wife is doing. She's pumping out
Yeah,
books.
yeah, she's got like 7 or 8 written. She's just published her second,
Right.
and her first one just hit homes yesterday. My wife's supposed to get hers tomorrow. The author's copies.
Super
So,
cool. All
so
right.
yeah, she's
Congrats to Mrs. Dre.
super proud. She's got
Yeah.
12, I think, sold. I think she's gotten like 20 sold, but only 12 have actually officially sold, because with Amazon they don't charge you until they ship out. So
Got it.
but yeah, other than that, excited for game 4 after that double overtime thriller, which makes me wonder. I know you had that over 3 overtimes. Does the double overtime count as 2?
No.
No.
No, it
There's a
doesn't. But I had the one double overtime in the
yeah.
series.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
Oh,
got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
nice.
See, that worked out well for me. That whole game worked out well for me, actually. I got the Hurricanes first 5, which they've taken down off of DraftKings now. I guess they've lost too much money on it.
Wait, they had the first 5, and they did not have the first 5 in game 1.
Yeah,
in
they
game
did.
3.
Yep.
The shots were 1 point.
Vegas got up to 4, and then they stat corrected them down to 2.
Wait.
And then
it's not the first. It's the first to 5 shots, not the first 5 shots of the game.
It's first to 5 shots in the game, not first 5 shots. Yeah.
Got it.
That's hit every game this series.
Yeah.
And I got it as soon as it came out yesterday or whenever it was, something like that. And then I had like a few of my winnable followers messaged me saying, where is this? I can't find it. And Dre came out to me and said he couldn't find it. And I'm like, oh shit, they took it down. They took it down. That was my favorite bet this series. Maybe it's the goaltending situation. They don't know what goaltender is going to be in, and I don't know how that would affect the amount.
But that
of
wouldn't affect shots. That would only affect saves.
I wouldn't think so. But I mean, they have no problems putting Anderson up over and under right now.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I don't know.
And that shot on goal spread has went up and down a couple times. Can't find it, then all of a sudden it's there, and then you can't find it, and all of a sudden it's there.
But, yeah, I saw it for Carolina for over 31. I ended up taking a little shot on Hart over 25.5. It's minus 150. I do think they'll get over that tomorrow. I could see another draw again. Like I could see it. 3 plus 3 equals. What up is what we're doing right now. Thanks for coming in, lady. Valeria, of course. What type of books? What type of books and what?
Lady Valeria. How do I find Lady Valeria on Twitter? Where is she at?
I think it's just that Lady Valeria. What is your Twitter, Lady Valeria?
How do you spell it? I don't even know how she spells it. I can't even see it on the screen here.
LadyValeria.
Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, geez. Larry made another.
I think she's asking about my wife's books. They're children's books.
Oh, wife's books. Okay, yeah, they're children's books. They're really good. Yep. I posted them on my Twitter. I'll send them on my Twitter again.
Yeah, thank you. 5 to 8-year-old children.
Yeah, I might be able to finish one of those in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you may.
I might be able to get one of those done before I die.
I mean, if it's average 5 to 8, you're gonna knock it out in 4. That's smartness there.
Yeah, one page at a time, right?
Yeah.
Couple words between naps.
Yeah, I was watching some guy on Twitch today because he's walking across the country. He's walking from, I think, Philadelphia. I think that's what it was. Or Philadelphia to California. So he's on day 75. He's walked 1,300 miles for some, I think it's a faith walk or charity or some benefiting something. But yeah, what a task that is. I know those monks did it not recently, like in 100 days, and they went across the country as well. But yeah, crazy.
Larry just sent a bunch, but for some reason they're not coming up on my Twitter feed. That might be because I'm doing the show at the same time. We'll see. We'll post those up and have some fun. All right. Well, let's get into it, I guess. See, we got Carolina coming off of a crazy game loss. They come back. Vegas seems to just not be able to finish her off in third periods. Well, at least not. They're having trouble with their third periods, that's for sure. We were, I was admittedly on like this will be an under series, and sure as heck is not so far an under series. There's the possibility of Bussy starting. I know Rico and I were talking on the show we did yesterday. We're both pretty confident they're going to put Bussy in here now. He looked really good in the third period after that, but Brindamore loves his Anderson, so you never know what's going to happen with that. So that'll probably affect the market either way it goes, and it'll affect our betting either way it goes. I know it'll affect my betting either way, whatever way it goes. But I think Carrier got injured in the last game. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't know how much that really affects anything there. I like Carrier. I think he's an excellent fourth liner, so it is a hit, no doubt about it.
It was. I will say, I thought it was a great touch by the Vegas crowd to give him a big ovation when he was introduced in the starting lineup.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but back in when they won the cup in 23, in the final game, they started all the first year players except for him, because there were 6 of them that were still on the team. There wasn't enough places to put them. But that was a great touch by the Vegas crowd.
That is pretty cool. That is awesome, man. Yeah, showing some class for a really underrated player. Really, I've always
I don't know if
liked
he's
Harry.
underrated. He is what he is, Pearlo. I mean,
I think he's a good, but he's a solid fourth liner. Like, there's
okay,
some
great. He's a
fourth liners
solid
that-
fourth liner.
Yeah, but there's some fourth liners out there that he's up in the upper echelon of fourth liners. I really like.
Okay.
Him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's important when you got for depth and stuff like that. I think he's a
Yeah.
good little player. So, all right. Well, Dre. Well, I guess we'll start with Dre. Do you want to start, Dre, or do you want me to go?
I'm fine with starting. It really
Okay.
doesn't
So,
bother me.
Dre, what do you? Are you going back to your plus 2.5 bets or 2 goal?
Yep,
both teams to
I
score
am
2
going
or
right
whatever?
to it. You know, it was. I thought I didn't have it last game there,
Yeah.
and I thought, but I also was 100% correct when I was saying I don't trust the lead for any side between these two teams. It just seems like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I was speaking to more of a 1 or 2 goal lead, not a 4 goal lead.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but you know, I think I got to go right back to it. Like I said it last game about me wanting to take the under 6.5. And then JD came back with the over 4.5 in
Yeah.
that parlay, which I also liked. And I had under 7.5, which I still lost.
Yeah.
But I tried to jump on it right after the game, but I was kind of waiting for other books to populate the spread and the alternate totals. But I wanted to get it without the Carolina side. I just feel so much more comfortable betting on the Vegas side,
Mm-hmm.
the plus 2.5. So I wanted to catch it with the Vegas plus 2.5 and both teams to score. And I didn't want to, you know, lay the 2.5 with Carolina, although it's been solid, but I just feel like Vegas has shown me they're the better team, at least for the majority of the game, or at least more than half of it. But, but yeah, so I, you know, I lean Vegas. I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina wins here. So I am playing the 2.5 and both teams to score, but I'm also going to be playing some player props. I think what's funny is at the beginning of this series, I kept telling myself I'm only going to take Carolina props because I can't depend on Vegas props, and the Vegas
Really?
props have been the only ones that have been
Right.
dependent. And because I went in with the whole mentality of, Carolina's going to shut them down. They're only going to get 15, 18 shots a game. um and I think in game one I had taken some Vegas players and they lost, so it was just like, then in game two I think I took Stankoven and he lost. So but I think I have some good player props this go round. But I am playing that Vegas 2.5 and both teams to score. That's like one of my favorite plays. um, and I wouldn't be dependent on an under and over. I just like both teams to score too. If Bussy is
Well,
in, like we
yeah.
have the whole trend against Anderson, but
Yeah.
I still think Vegas can probably get at least 2, if not 3.
So I went on FanDuel today, and it actually came out exactly the same. If you play both teams plus 2.5 and over 4.5, it's the same price as both teams plus 2.5 and both teams to score 2.
Okay.
So either they're both the same, which would make sense because if both teams are going to score 2, you've got to get to 5 goals. You've got to get to 3-2.
Right. And it
At
also
the very
covers you
least.
in case there's a 4-1 game
What's
and
that now?
somebody doesn't get to 2. I said it also covers you if you take the
No,
4.5 in
because
case there's
yeah,
because then the spread.
the
You're right.
spread. But I'm just saying you can take the plus 2.5, and I'm just saying that there's no difference if you take the 2.5 and parlay it with both teams to score 2 or the over 4.5.
Yeah.
They're both the same payout.
Okay.
So that's that's I just was like looking at that for, because I saw Ian was texting in the chat how he was going back to the both teams to score 2 and the plus 2.5, and then I said, well, let's just compare numbers, and so that's kind of
where you ended up with it.
yeah. I'm going to come back with although we needed overtime for Carlson to get, I think double overtime for Carlson to get to 2. But I'll come back with that Carlson Martinook. I haven't looked at the number, what the prices are, but parlay them each for 2 shots.
I got straight numbers for you because I am
Okay.
on that Carlson. I bet all of these last night. So I got
Okay.
Carlson at minus 108 on Bet Rivers.
Is that 2.5 or 2?
2 over
At 2
1.5.
plus shots? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
108. And
Yeah.
the best line outside of that was like minus 120. So it was like a 12-cent difference.
Sure.
And that was on Bet Rivers. A
Okay.
lot of the ones that I took, I actually had to load my Bovada account because the prices were so good. I'm like, all right, I'm buying some crypto tonight.
Yeah.
So I can load my Bovada account. But I took Martin Hook over 1.5. That's plus 100.
Yeah.
He's in the last 3 games, he's had 2, 3, and 3.
Yeah. He's at 8 for 11 now with 2 plus shots. I saw.
And I took Howden. You can
Yeah.
ladder him up to 3, but I took him at over 1.5 at minus 115 on Bovada.
Okay.
And then Jordan Stahl over
Yeah.
1.5 plus 115 on Bovada. He's had 3, 2, and 5 in that last game. And
Yeah.
in that last game, he had 10 attempts. And then like I said, I had Carlson.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I grabbed Jordan Stahl at 120 to 1 for Conn Smythe.
Yeah, he's been very active.
I mean, I know it's the entire playoffs, it's not the final, but I'm just like, we were having a discussion today on VSiN about, like, can Mitch Marner win the Conn Smythe like McDavid did in a loss, just because there's no clear-cut player on Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be Anderson, though.
It would not seem like it would be Anderson. So I just thought, like, at 120 to 1, I mean, he's got a goal, in all the games, in each of the 3 games in the series. And, I think he'd be more of a sentimental pick than Freddie Anderson, just with his, 17 years between Stanley Cups for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you trash talk Carter Hart. That alone. Like,
Puts
that
you
was
right
the
up there.
last person that I thought would be trash talking.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that?
No, what was this?
On the tying goal,
like
Jordan Stahl. Oh, he chirped Carter Hart big time. Like, if that was Svechnikov or Aho, I'd go, you're a punk. But Jordan Stahl, I think he has enough credit that he can do that.
I think Stahl for the Hart would be a good pick, actually.
Yeah, so 120 to 1. I just said, why not? I'll sprinkle like $5 on it.
I'm going to do that. I like that. Stahl for the Hart. Yeah.
Yeah, I get 3% of your winnings, though.
Okay.
And none of your losses.
I'll get that Pearlo coptered over to you when we win.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And then the last one is the one that everybody else is on, is Chatfield over 1.5 blocks.
Yeah.
He's had 3, 3, and 4 in the last 3 games. You can take him for 3. But I just took him over the 1.5, and I got that at minus 130. It's minus 130 on most books. It's weird how they're all pretty much exactly the same, and that line's not moving no matter how much everybody's betting on it. So it's 130 DK, 130 BetMGM. A few other books are all minus 130. So
okay.
Just so you know, the Lady Valeria, her Twitter is Jeanette, Geanette.
Wait, G or J?
J. Did I say G? I don't know what the hell. Jea. This is the reason why it takes me 4 years to read a book.
Yeah.
Jenette.
yeah, we got to make it a point to follow all
Capital
of our followers.
CHY. at Jeanette Child.
Gotta make it a point to follow all of our
She
followers.
just added me. I don't think she uses her Twitter that much because she only got like 38 followers and stuff.
Okay.
So for me, I like somebody mentioned it in here the Martinook overshots. I'm
That'd be
going
Pearlo.
back to that again.
That'd be
And
good.
Chatfield oversaves or oversaves. Again, what the hell's wrong with me? Block shots. Chatfield over block shots. And I might be the only one in the land that got Carolina first to 5 shots because it hasn't. Now they've taken it down, and that sucks. But keep watching. Maybe they'll bring it back up again.
Okay.
I'm gonna tail that tail. I'm gonna tail Dre there with that parlay.
What's the parlay?
Both teams plus 2.
Oh, that parlay. Yeah.
Anderson I liked, but I didn't take. Anderson over 1.5. Yeah.
And I forgot. I did go catch 25.5 for over saves for Hart. I think I saw Carolina shots for at 31.5 out there, but now it's been taken down too. So if I get the Carolina for 31.5 shots, I might take a look at that too. I might split it with the saves. And with Bussy and net, I don't want it to. I was taking Anderson under saves and it didn't hit every time but once. But now with Bussy and net, it almost leaned like the over for saves there. And I do like an under game here. I do like an under game, but I'm not betting at 5.5. I'm kind of leaning to Carolina money line under 7.5 or something like that, or maybe I'll just take the money line. But I'm not. It just feels like they got 2 days off, desperation spot. I don't know. It's close. I already have. I need one more draw. I like the draw, but I don't know if I'm going to bet it because I need one more draw for the 3 draws in the series. So,
Dre, what were you with the Rasmus Anderson was shots or blocks?
Shots.
Okay.
what was Anderson? How many times has he hit it this so far?
All 3, 2, 2, and 4. But he had 10 attempts in the last game. It's plus 115, and he's cashed in 3 straight.
For over what 1.5?
Over 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
1.5 shots.
That's a good one too. I'll put that one in too.
Yeah.
Somebody else try to come on.
No, I think
he
JD
went out.
Dropped off.
Oh, he went out. Yeah.
I just heard oh shit, and then it dropped out.
Probably got a phone call.
Yeah, which is all good. He will be back. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I went back and I wanted to watch the whole game, but I only got to watch the clips on ESPN that they have of all the highlights, and just trying to like picture how we got to that total and how Carolina came back, and trying to see like the overall game of what the fuck went on, because it was an exciting game, 2 overtimes, but I feel like, like trying to figure out if this game played 100 times, like if these teams played 100 times, what the percentage would be of how many, like, is it 53-47, something like that. But like when you go back and you look at Carolina's goals versus, like, I know Vegas put their goals in all 4 in net, like in 6 minutes versus Carolina putting all of theirs together in, what was it, a minute 39 seconds or whatever the hell that was. 39, I don't know what the hell it was, but it was 4 goals really quick, or at least 3 of them. But I just feel like Vegas's goals were more Like, I feel like maybe Carolina, one of their goals were more fluky than, you know, Vegas's goals. I mean, they were all good goals, but I just feel like if you're looking at, ice time, Vegas has played more better ice time than Carolina has.
Oh, it's back. Okay, there he is.
I'm back.
I was
just
back
feel
an
like
hour ago. I already had like 3 cups of coffee. Look, Vegas has got 2 own goals in that game. I mean, you had the one off Walker sticking into the net. Great deflection on Sean
yeah.
Walker. But Dre, if you want to think about like how that got to the over, is that what you were asking?
No, I was just saying, like, because it seemed like Vegas was heavily outplaying Carolina, and
Well, they
then
were
all
in
of a
game 2
sudden,
as well for 50 minutes.
yeah. And that's why I was like, like, if you go back and looking at, like, who got the luckier goals, or, like, how did this end up in a double overtime game? I just feel like Vegas has had better ice time than Carolina has.
Well, look, I think Vegas has been the better team for the majority of this series.
Yeah.
That's why I mean it would not, if any, like I thought after game 1, if anyone was going to win in 5, it would be Vegas, and I don't feel any differently. But by the same token, you know, Carolina showed a lot by coming back in the third period the way they did. Give them full marks for that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not. The one thing with Carter Hart, I will say, like I thought the game was over in overtime. Martin I thought won the game in overtime. Hart made an incredible stop, and I thought Vegas was gassed in that first overtime. Like they were, to me, they were dumping the puck out every chance they could, and they were sucking wind, and they got themselves to second overtime, and we saw what happened. But um, that was and when you're going back, like I look at the goals, like the hurdle goal, which was the great pass by Eichel on the power play. It's a great goal there. I mean, Marner, you had Marner's deke. That was a great goal. Uh, but the slap shot that Marner took for the hat trick, like that has to be stopped.
Yeah.
That's not a goal you can give up in any game, let alone the Cup final. I'm not sure how Carolina's 3 goals. I mean, it was just a
Yeah,
blur.
and then, like,
But
we
give
keep
yeah,
talking about the game getting tighter and wanting to bet the under, but, like, even Vegas had the 2 that were disallowed, and
he scored 6 goals in the second
yeah.
period. Like those were he was terrible. Well, I shouldn't say. I mean, they scored 6 goals. Like that's
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why you want it. How can you? But you can't bet the under with both these goalies. Like Freddie, and we've gone over the number with Freddie. You brought it up initially, Dre. With it's now 3 goals or more in 8 straight against Vegas.
Yeah.
And Carter Hart has given up at. I had it down here in my preview, but it's not like my thing was. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna
No,
say
that
anything.
was just my chair making a noise.
Oh, I mean, my thing with Carter Hart is like his numbers aren't much better than Freddie's, but he's made the big save when Vegas has needed it. That's the difference to me between the two. When you're handicapping, picking who's like trying to pick a winner, that's why I would go to Bussy because I thought Bussy looked Pearlo.
He
I
looked
mean, would
amazing.
you agree? Like
Yeah,
I thought Bussy looked better than Freddie has looked in
absolutely.
any game. Totally confident
Mhm.
out there.
Yeah,
It was like a fresh
Yeah,
breath
I mean,
breath of air for them
that's what
for
we talked about last night. I think Carolina pushes Vegas to use every ounce all the time, and I think sometimes they get like they were up there, and it's like it's hard not to kind of subconsciously take a breather when you're playing Carolina, and they don't let you go. Like they just continue to come
yeah,
at
but
you,
yeah,
come
you
at
know
you.
what though? I'll push back on that because Vegas has beaten the crap out of them, and they almost doubled them in
Yeah,
hits
they did
last
hit them a
game.
lot. Yep, yep.
They are pounding Seth Jarvis. They are going.
I agree.
Mark Stone had.
I agree. But I don't want to. I mean, giving hits it takes about as much energy as taking it. And when
I understand.
When a
I just
team
don't.
doesn't seem to slow down and they just keep coming at you, I think Carolina might. It can be like they give Vegas everything they can physically, but Vegas is the more skilled.
I don't think I
Vegas
totally
is
disagree.
the more skilled team. I think that's the reason why they're doing it.
Watching
that's the reason why they're having problems in the third. That's what I think is happening there.
Watching that game, well, I would agree with you more that maybe Vegas being as physical as they are, they may end up being their own worst enemy to some degree. But I don't. In watching the games, like being there for Game 3, I felt that Carolina just hasn't. They haven't looked like they did in the past series.
Not. Yeah,
like they're not.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
The one thing that they did better, I thought, outside of the one power play goal they did give up, is that they're pressuring Vegas more on the power play than they were doing most times. But they're respecting Vegas's skill because they have to.
Yeah. By far, Vegas is having a better time with Carolina than any team that played before them. No doubt about that. Absolutely. But Carolina is still playing tough and not letting down. That's their MO, and it can get a bit draining. I think Vegas will overcome it. I do, but
I think they've overcome it in every game.
Tomorrow might be. We'll see. I like the draw again. I'm probably not going to get to a side. Again, it's really tough for me on that, but I do like that +2.5 stuff. That's a really good.
Yeah,
Dre's got a really good bet on that.
I asked the coaches before Game 3. I said, what was the flight home like after losing Game 2? And they said, our guys don't. No effect. Like it was just it was a loss, and that's it. Like it doesn't. He said our group is so mature, it doesn't even faze them. I think now if they lost Game 3, I think they were done. I don't know how they could have come back from that. Like I think it's easier for Carolina to come back from the loss than it would have been for Vegas to come back from the loss, especially with 2 days off to have to think about it.
That we're asking towards that? Is that what you said? Sorry, I missed that.
I asked one of their coaches after just before Game 3 what it was like on the flight home. Just chatting with him, private conversation. But I just think that if they had lost Game 3 and lost, especially in the fashion that they did after losing Game 2, like I thought the series, I would have taken. I said the series is done. Like there's no way they could recoup as mature a group as they are. And the fact that Marner did not know that Bussy was in net, it still blows my mind.
I didn't know that either. No,
you didn't know? He had no idea when he took the penalty shot. He had no idea that Bussy was in net.
Wow, that is crazy.
How do you, like
he thought it was Anderson.
He was so yeah, because and I don't think he realized it. Like he said, he was exhausted on the penalty shot, and I think, and you would think that you come out for the third period, someone like people on the bench must be yelling goalie change, or Bussy's in net now. And either he was so locked in that he didn't hear it, or it was just never communicated. I don't know, but don't they catch with different hands?
Yeah,
Bussy and
Anderson's a lefty, right, or something like that. I think.
So I think the move he used, I think it was kind of like, oh shit, it's not
the gloves on the other side.
The gloves on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever it was,
funny.
It worked out.
Well, no, it didn't. It didn't work out for Marner.
Yeah, that's true.
We were talking about it.
And could you imagine?
I still think you should have the option to take a 2-minute rather than the penalty shot if you want. In those situations, like you could.
Okay. Can we debate that another day?
But I'm just saying, like it's in the third period, and you could waste 2 minutes instead of taking the penalty shot. We don't need to debate it, but nothing to debate. I'm right. So,
if all I could say is that if Vegas lost that game, all Marner would have been remembered for, or mostly, was that he missed the penalty shot that could have put him up 5.
Yeah, the hell with the hat trick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did you guys take
So-
the hat trick live? I didn't, but
I didn't. I was so I was so immersed with
yeah.
it paid 100 to 1 pregame.
Yeah, I saw somebody had I saw a ticket out there,
I posted
like a $200 ticket
yeah,
for him to get a hat trick.
yeah. The Marner hat trick and Theodore overtime winner were 100 to 1 pregame.
Wow. And a natural hat trick too, not even that fucking empty.
Yeah. All right. You guys got anything else?
I think I
I'm
heard the
good.
commentator say something about it was the fastest natural hat trick in
Yes, fastest hat trick in
Stanley Cup playoffs.
yeah, in the Stanley Cup. Yeah, yeah. There were a lot of stuff that
Yeah, there
was
was a lot of
flying.
a lot of record breakers in that game. There was like 2 or 3 that I heard the commentator talk about.
I mean, it could have been the first time in Stanley Cup history that the team blew a
I
4-goal
think that's what
lead.
it was.
It was 108 for 108 going into overtime.
Yeah, and then the other one was how many goals in that Carolina scored in that short amount of time.
The 3
Yeah,
and
3 and
39.
39.
Yeah,
Fucking crazy.
yeah.
I was just gonna look. Marner over 1.5 points plus 160. I think it just keeps rolling, but I don't know. I like a lot of the other bets better than that. Anderson
Okay.
over shots. You guys, what was the parlay, Dre, for shots? Did you have a parlay for that?
Ooh, it's a good thing you asked because I forgot to give that out, and I did take it. I took it.
Oh my god. Can we get rid of that picture? It's scaring. It's vomiting inducing. Just ate up my screen.
Looks like you're in a fucking glass of milk.
Yeah, that's the that yeah, I know. That's the we have this thinner Hymes thinner. It's sort of like it's not as thick. It's for pool parties and stuff like that.
Looks like horchata.
Chafing doesn't stand a chance. It's classic. Classic. Great stuff. I got a lot more here. He did a lot more, but I'll show them slowly as we go.
I had done a simple 5-leg parlay, and
Okay.
I ended up adding a bunch of people for just one shot to make it more worthwhile. But it's Hall, Howden, Jarvis, all for 2 shots, and then Jalen Chatfield for 2 blocks. Both teams to score 2. That was the original parlay, and then I added Anderson, Stahl, and Martin Hook for a shot each, and Marner for an assist. And that pays 16 to 1 on DraftKings. And lucky me, I had 100% boost, so I doubled it.
Oh, wow.
So I got it 32 to 1.
Hang on 1 second.
Fireworks?
I'm gonna share this with
Is
you.
it
For
fireworks?
A second. No.
Oh yeah, you're watching the game. That's the pool right there, right?
That's
Suck-up
at the
pool?
Stadium
Yeah.
Swim. Yeah. So its pool's pretty packed now. Everybody's watching
That's
the
what I
game.
wanted to do is go watch a night game there. Fuck there being during the day, especially because I always go during the summer.
There is an A's game here tonight. I heard people talking about this.
A buddy of mine had given out the A's team total.
Because I heard I just saw someone tweet out home run derby in Vegas. I don't know how many they've hit, but there was a guy sitting next to me at the blackjack table today saying he's going to the game tonight at 7. I'm like, what game are you going to?
He's got the Athletics have 8 runs, and they've scored 6 of them in the bottom of the 3rd. So that's they.
And how many home runs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's been 5 home runs in that game.
Oh, geez. Oh, my God. My
Yeah.
God.
Langoliers home run, Turang
Oh,
home
yeah.
run, Vaughn home run,
So last night they,
Soderstrom
I'm sorry.
home run, and Geloff home run.
The NHL had their media party here last night.
Oh, they're at Circa?
Yeah.
So did you
Yeah.
wander? Did you find yourself
It's kind of
downstairs with them?
No, it was actually upstairs. They have a club, like it's more of like a. It's not. I mean, it's a club. It's a bar, and it's on the 60th floor of the hotel. So it
Nice.
was, yeah. But there was a lot of intel that came from that. Like I got the whole scoop on what went on in Edmonton, and it's pretty wild. Just how the whole like when Vegas when Kelly McCrimmon came out and said, accused the Oilers of leaking the
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
They leaked the story. I found out how they did it, what they did, but they essentially here's the official unofficial story without naming names. Uh, but they felt that if they leaked the story, that the NHL would help them out and tell Vegas that you've got to let Cassidy out of his
Oh, you're
contract. It's not.
frozen.
The league said, "Yeah, sorry, you're out of luck." They had to fire Knobloch
What a
Oh,
because
fucking
they
disaster.
totally cut his legs off. And this poor guy, like, bought a house, told his family, like his kids, like, you're going to be graduating school here. And so I don't think he's coaching this coming season. Like, I think he's going to take the year off,
Of course.
and maybe he's got a 3-year deal. And, they're like the average coach shelf for a coach is 2.5.
Mm.
So spend time with his family after, being gone for the last couple of years. Just enjoy life, get paid, and then look for a job for next season, unless something, comes up late, in this year or something. But yeah, the Oilers, they did leak this, and they got screwed.
wow.
They played poker with the wrong team, essentially.
I mean, yeah, I gave up my allegiance a year and a half ago, and this is part of the reason why. The management is absolutely diabolically bad. They have a hard time. Uh, they have a hard time attracting players in Edmonton. They probably have a hard time attracting coaches. When you're starting to look at Babcock as your next option, there's a lot of coaches going, "Nah, I'd rather not go there. Thanks."
No, totally disagree with you. I'll tell you what's the difference between Babcock and Cassidy. None, in my opinion. They're both
As
pricks.
far as ability is concerned, I don't know. He's just
Babcock was a winner. Guy won.
Yeah, you didn't. I don't know. I think he had a really good team, but he's had so many things in his past. It's just a bad look.
Yeah, but
It's just a
but
bad look.
Cassidy, think about it. Cassidy had players retire or
Oh
think
yeah,
about what
yeah.
happened in
No, don't get
Boston.
me wrong. I wasn't on Cassidy going to Edmonton either. You got to remember
Yeah,
that. I
but
wasn't on Cassidy going there either.
I I
So
mean, so your
I
choices are
didn't
going to
like
be
either one of them. But
your
I don't think
so
there's too many teams lining up for Babcock to be their
no,
coach.
I agree. But
Yeah,
who would you have chosen in Edmonton?
the guy that went to LA.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could s-
That was who I liked right from the get go. I actually didn't even mind Knobloch. I think Knobloch is getting
I
a
know, but
bad.
they screwed
They
him.
screwed that up.
They
I
couldn't bring him
understand.
back.
Yeah, I understand that they screwed that up. But I think they had a choice of him. My guess is that Laviolette chose LA, and I would have chose LA too if I was
Oh
Laviolette. I'm not going to
no,
Edmonton.
why?
because it's LA rather than Edmonton. I lived in Edmonton for 40 years. I'd rather live in LA. That's simple as
Okay.
that.
Well, I guess if you're not going to make it, you might as well go to LA. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not winning in LA, but I guess if you're going to
But if
lose, you're right.
Edmonton
I'd
doesn't
rather.
improve their roster, they're not going anywhere either. So why would you want to stick around?
No, okay, that's fair. If you're going to suck, you might as well suck at the beach than suck at the West Edmonton Mall.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. Do I think Edmondson and Cody Cece's going to fit in real well with that man-on-man system? Fuck no. But
I don't care, Pearlo. Does it really matter what system they play with Edmondson and
not
Cece?
really. No.
Okay.
But definitely
And
not
Dumoulin?
man-on-man. That's
Like
for
it
sure.
doesn't
He's
matter.
going to be pulling his hair out if it's going to be tough. Yeah, I mean that's a tough ask for him to go to LA. It really is a tough ask. But maybe LA has some plans for what they're going to add to their roster that I don't know about.
Yeah, really? The next time they have a plan, it'll be the first plan.
Nice. I'm being nice. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know. 'Cause I imagine they have discussions about what they want to do with their roster and stuff.
Really?
Somebody.
Really?
I think
The
so.
same discussions that led them to signing multi-year deals to CC and Dumoulin?
Yeah,
No.
well, I'm saying with the coach, they have those discussions. Whether they're going to do it or whatever, I imagine.
I think you give Ken Holland way more credit than you should. He's got, yeah. Did you see? I think we talked about the interview with Panarin that he did in Russia and why he chose LA.
What was this? Who? Sorry.
Panarin did this interview in Russia a couple
why?
of weeks ago.
No.
Oh.
No, you didn't tell me. What did he say?
He loves the brand. He likes the team colors. He said he turned down more money from another team because he didn't like their colors. Hello, Seattle. That's what he said.
You know what's funny is some of my favorite colors are black and silver, but I fucking hate the Raiders because I'm a Broncos fan.
I look better in LA.
But I love black.
Yes,
I know
he
him and
said,
his wife are huge fashion people too, so it sounds even funnier than that.
Yeah, so when Ken
And
Holland,
I'm not putting him down for that, but that is funny.
Yeah, no, that's what he said in the interview. Not even like tongue in cheek. He said, I turned down more money because I didn't like those colors. So the only colors that he turned down, he doesn't like green.
Oh God, that is so funny, man! I can't believe you publicly admit that. I don't like the.
He wanted to be.
Well, he said it in Russian, so you know it's
yeah, exactly. Are you sure he wasn't like kidding?
There was no kid. There was no smile. Straight face.
Are you sure he wasn't?
It's on my Twitter feed. It's on my Twitter feed.
When we say things that are outrageous and we do it in a serious way or something, I just can't believe that. You got to be kidding me.
Go check it. It's on my timeline.
Okay, I will check it. That is amazing. That is funny. Yeah. I don't look good in green.
Well, he didn't say it didn't look good in green. He just said that he turned down another team that was going to offer him more money because he didn't like their colors.
Well, I mean, you got to wear those colors, right? So.
Yeah, he just didn't say what the team was. But we know what the team was.
I know Seattle apparently offered a lot of more money.
$14 million. Yeah. So.
That is too much. I
didn't want to be a squid.
So go check out JD's Twitter and make sure if you haven't got it on there. West Coast NHL HKY.
No, it's you're a little dyslexic. It's West Coast HKY NHL.
HKY NHL. Sorry, I get them mixed up. You were on Sirius Radio today, right?
I was on Sirius today, and I'll be on Follow the Money on VSiN tomorrow. That would be Tuesday at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. And then hosting the post-game show on Sirius after Vegas and Carolina. Those are the two teams in the cup.
Question: did they use the studio in the Bellagio?
No, the studio's at Circa.
Oh, the studio's at Circa. Okay, because I know that at Bellagio they have like two or three glass rooms that you can see there by that large cafeteria that they have, and some people use those for their podcast shows because I see them all the time. And when I see their setup, it looks very similar to the one in the Bellagio.
Yeah, no, they have a studio that's like the back of the set is the sports book. Like it back,
Nice.
it's on the one of the walls essentially of the sports book is the back of the studio. So
That's cool.
yeah, great setup.
And
All right.
Dre, tell them all your stuff.
Yeah, we'll be on my channel Wednesday for Thursday's game. So make sure you're following us over there. You can find me on YouTube, X, Instagram, Twitch. Exotic Wagers with the Z. I also now have a Winnable, which is free until next season. So you can get all
Nice.
my off-season golf stuff and remaining games, however many games there's going to be in this Stanley Cup. So, yep, that's everything for me.
All right, cool.
And I have a Winnable too. You can go there and get the free plan.
I'm gonna take
to
you guys
me
for a
on-
walk.
Talk to me there on my free plan as well. Send out free picks there all the time, and we can chat back and forth. You can grab my full calendar year for $150 with Hymes 12, HYMES 112, all caps. Normally you get 40% off on that. You grab that. Of course, you get Swag's ball picks. He's killer capper as well. And I will probably be on tomorrow. And as they said in the no chafing, just champagne for your throat. Larry is a freaking genius. I love him. As I said, I'll probably be on show tomorrow. And as they said in the little chat that Dre and JD and I have, I'll be babbling on about all the coaching changes and more Larkin stuff. Probably that'll be going on. That's something that's going a lot of talking about. Talk about Babcock. We'll talk about everything tomorrow night. That starts out when I feel like at 1:00. So be ready for that.
Yeah. Hey, Pearlo, just one thing. I heard Elliot Friedman talking today about the Larkin situation, and he goes, look, I'm not saying that the other people that have been reporting Minnesota, Vegas, and Florida are necessarily wrong, but he said he heard different teams than that.
He heard Tampa, and I predicted it was going to be Tampa, Florida, and Minnesota. And he heard Tampa, so I would have been right.
Is that what he did come out and say, Tampa?
Yeah, he heard Tampa. He never said it was fact. He said he heard.
No, but that's okay. I didn't know if there was. I didn't ask him if there was more than one.
He said that the rumblings around that I'm hearing is Tampa, Florida, and Minnesota. He did tweet that out. And I had already said the show before that those were the teams that were going to be. So because Tampa and Florida are pretty much not going to be all that interested. It's pretty much saying I want to go to Minnesota. That's it. And that's what I think he's going to go anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless, I still think that's a shitty deal for the Wild. I mean, for the Red Wings.
Well, I think the Wild will give them a better deal than people think, because I think they don't want this going into the regular season next year.
So
Larkin
what's
doesn't.
The better deal?
Maybe Y doesn't, but he will be the one to push it more than he'll. So
what's the better deal? Like, what's the better deal than you think that they would?
I worked out a 3-way deal. You can go on my Twitter with Vancouver in there. But I think they're going to end up having to give up a Brodin at least off the roster, then Strommel, Urov, and a first-round pick. I think, and they'll have to give up a Brodin or a Hartman or something on top of that to be able to. And then I worked out a deal where I think Stevie Y doesn't want to give up assets, but might, if he gets a read that Pettersson is focusing this year on the offseason, he might call up Vancouver to fill up that spot with Pettersson and DeBrusk and send some picks over that way. It'll be a cheap option because Pettersson is not really highly regarded out there in the league right now, and they were having a hard time moving him already. So if you could probably get him for cheap, but that would be dependent on whether he thinks that Pettersson is. I mean, So that was what I looked at it as. And then it's just basically, if Stevie Y puts his foot down hard here, it could be real tough for Detroit too.
Well, I just because that would leave them with Uroff and Kopp as your centers.
Yeah, like I said, I think a
That's-
three-way deal could be happening there where like they get a Pettersson or some other center to go with it, or they'll work something out. Or you get a free agent or whatever. But
What free agent centers out there, Pearlo?
nothing really. That's
Okay,
the
there
thing.
you go.
It's gonna be like Jenner. So you're just filling up your roster.
Yeah.
And
So
that's all
yeah,
you're doing.
I just that's why I understand I don't know the Minnesota thing just doesn't make sense because they don't have what they need, what Detroit needs. Even if Detroit decides they want to go total rebuild, which is what they probably should do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that's
If they put their foot down with Larkin, the overall narrative in the league is not going to be good for him. He won't be able to sign free agents for any more than like less than he already does because people won't want to go there after treating Larkin is well respected in the league. He's an Olympian. The narrative is going to be, look, you had 10 years with this guy.
yeah. But hang on. Sorry. The guy signed a no trade deal. You know what? Too bad. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you can. Contract says you can.
I understand, but they don't have. They're that's fine. You asked for a no trade. You want to be traded. Well, you're going to need to work with us.
Fans will look at it that way, but
pardon?
Other players won't look at it that way.
I disagree.
Other players won't look at it that way.
Yeah, I okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
We'll see if I think the deal. I think a deal gets done. They work out a three-way deal, get a center somehow out of it. Maybe a Strome out of Washington. I hear he's available. But then I don't know how Washington fills their center spot. Whole bunch of stuff. But I like the Pettersson idea. And Pettersson was rumbling to go into Detroit before that.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a guy who the Sedins have already questioned his intestinal fortitude.
Yeah, I know. That's very much the case. But then there's a lot to go with that. But it's going to be a fun drama to watch in the next little while.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your night.
Thanks for coming in like usual, JD.
Thanks for having me.
Man.
All right, bud. Enjoy the game tomorrow night.
What's that?
Enjoy the game.
Oh, yes. Enjoy the game, everybody, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess we'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I didn't see Dave. David has shunned. David's out here with his dad, according to Robert. They were sitting with all the Carolina families, all the Hurricane families at the game on Wednesday or on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
He met. Cool. Yeah, he met like all the moms and wives and everything from Carolina.
Oh, that's cool.
That was David from the Ice Guys, David?
Yeah. That's what Robert was telling me today.
Awesome. Robert. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, him and Robert know each other. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were sitting near each other.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, Robert's down there too. That's cool.
Yeah, I was today at Circa.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Robert he was talking about.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Robert. Yeah, it was good. We had fun. It was cool.
All right. Well,
all right, guys.
Keep your fingers squatties, hit that like button, subscribe, all that kind of stuff like that. We will see you next time on Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes Picks on Exotic's channel. Remember, you got to Exotic. Make sure you're going over there. Take care, everybody. Okay, bye.